Welcome to UNCAGED. Today we're speaking with Karin Burns. We're going to be talking about a topic that I really love, which is all things sustainable and all ways of trying to find new power sources that will power our communities. Karin is the CEO of San Diego Community Power. Tell us a little bit about you and your career.
Sure. We're powering our communities with 100%, or we're aiming to get to 100% clean and renewable power. And to do so, it's also about the how. So we're doing so in a way that's equitable, that's more affordable, that creates high quality jobs, and that really invests in our community. And so that's one of the things that got me really excited about taking on this role about a year ago, almost to the day.
Awesome.
And so, we'll talk a little bit about that. So, but yeah, growing up, I grew up on the East Coast. I was very shy as a child, and I spent a lot of time in books and just in nature and finding quiet places. And then in a strange twist of fate, I got the travel bug, really intense travel bug that lasted almost a decade. And so both during and after college at Duke and then grad school at Harvard, I went on to really travel the world, and I lived in Brazil, India, Indonesia, China, the UK, the Middle East. And I learned so much during that time. And I bring it to the organizations where I work. And, one of those things was just about building up sort of a personal grit and perseverance and being able to thrive in uncertainty, being able to really understand humanity, being able to just take calculated risk and understand, how to move forward and make decisions when a road isn't clear. Because that's a lot of what you do as a chief executive, right? You're making decisions in uncertainty, you're navigating through chaos, and doing that for 7 years in all different cultures and languages and places, and all that, I think really helped me to get to arrive at this place today, a place where I can lead a really exciting, mission-driven, values-led organization and shape that culture so that it's inclusive and makes everyone who's here feel like they belong. And that's a really important part of my philosophy on management and also team building. So anyway, so after those formative years, then there I was in Abu Dhabi, a place with the highest carbon footprint in the world, surrounded by all this potential for solar. And my environmental passion was reborn that I had as a child. So they were not quite ready for it at that time. Now they're moving in that direction. But I came back to the US and decided on California with my then partner, now husband, and really just wanted to focus on environmental sustainability in that way. So I started in forest carbon, then I moved into energy efficiency, focused more locally, became the CEO of Build It Green. Then I became the regional vice. I helped sell Build It Green into Franklin Energy, where I became their regional vice president and then their national corporate strategist. And then this opportunity came up a year ago, and it just felt like the perfect fit to build a team, scale an organization, define the culture in a new and really important way for this industry, and at the same time build on all those skill sets that I had acquired both in the halls of academia and outside, really the school of hard knocks, outside the halls of academia, bring all those together and my life experience and build something really amazing here in San Diego. And
well, I mean, what a wonderful background, Karin. I mean, and I think you probably could write a book just about that decade traveling all over the place. I know there's a lot of stories there for sure, but here we are, and you're the Chief Executive Officer of San Diego Community Power. So tell me what you and the team are working on and really what's on the docket.
Yeah, so firstly, we've just been growing and scaling rapidly. As I mentioned, when I joined a year ago, we were about between 16 and 18 people. We've now doubled in size, and we will certainly grow by 50% again over the next 12 months. We've tripled in revenues size, so we're almost $1 billion energy company at this point. Wow. And what we're focused on right now is we're adding 200,000 customers in national, city, and unincorporated county. You mentioned the 5 other areas that we currently serve. As of April 1st, 11 days ago, we started enrolling in our customers, 200,000 approximately in, as I mentioned, national, city, and unincorporated county. So that's a big deal to take, to migrate customers from San Diego Gas and Electric, their electricity generation service, and bring them over to us.
Yeah.
We also recently had a groundbreaking of a Vikings solar farm. This is really exciting. It's been in the news. You might have seen it on some tech blogs. It is one of the first solar storage peaker plants here in the country. And it's going to create over 350 high-paying construction jobs. It's about 100, I want to say about 138 megawatts of solar and 145 of storage. So we're going to be using that energy during the peak hours of the day when we need it the most, between 4 to 9 p.m. That's really exciting. We're hoping to have a lot of those on the docket. And so those are really the three things, so scaling, continuing to scale and build the organization, the groundbreaking on our solar farm, and enrolling 200,000 more customers. We'll have almost 1 million customers when we're done with this latest expansion phase.
So, I mean, for those that are not familiar with this idea of the community choice aggregators, because it's really, I think, an idea that really came from the West Coast, primarily California, I guess. I'd love to know a little bit more about what that is and where you think we are with that model.
Yeah, so we have about 25 existing CCAs in the state of California today. There are some in other areas. There are some in, I want to say, Vermont and on the east, northeast, and perhaps one or two like in the Midwest. So it is a fairly new model. We were formed by legislation AB 117 about 20 or so years ago. And we are providing choice for the first time in California. So before, you had to, when you rented or bought a house or lived anywhere, you had one electricity provider. And now, as our state is really, really driven to get to that renewable, to decarbonize our grid, to decarbonize our transportation, to decarbonize and electrify in general, they want folks that are really driven and by that mission and passionate to pursue that end result. And so a CCA is really a fascinating mix of a government entity, a nonprofit, and an energy company that's subject to the same risks and opportunities that are in the global energy market. So we're this really interesting hybrid, which gives us a lot of opportunity and also a lot of challenges. But what we're giving our customers are local choice. Right? So the first time in 100 years, San Diegans can choose.
I love it. I love it.
Their energy or what they have before.
Yeah, and I really think it's kind of it's a wonderful model, and certainly it's a step in the right direction. But I guess, a follow on is, from a macro perspective, and then we'll flip it to the macro perspective. What are you seeing right now as perhaps the challenges that you have as you guys are rolling these things out? And then on the micro perspective, I'm really just curious what customers are asking for. What are they pushing you guys for?
Sure. So, customers, we'll start there. Customers are asking for affordability. People are really excited about sustainability and getting to green, but at what cost? And so there's that element of it. The second thing our customers are asking us for, and we know this because we did a huge survey and got over 3,500 unique and relevant responses across our member agencies as to what people are looking for. So first is affordability. So we're working on that. We're 3 years old and we're already cheaper than SDG&E. So our goal, as we build our reserves, we'll be able to start really thinking about how, with customer as cornerstone of who we are, right? That's really important. We will hopefully continue and become more affordable as we continue to be sustainable. That in itself is a challenge, but that's what they're looking for. Looking for affordability. They're looking for education, right? How can we help? What power do I have as an individual consumer to go in and make adjustments to my energy use, either by shifting load out of those peak hours or by electrifying my home or changing appliances to be more efficient? How can I reduce my energy bill? Those are questions that we have. And then how do we participate?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, and that's one of the things we're really focused on at SCCP is inclusion, because this energy industry has been a bit myopic for some time. And we really want to bring it out and make sure that everybody can have a pathway or a career or participate in, benefit from, and take part in this clean energy revolution. It is the revolution of our time. It's around climate change. And we want to make sure that everybody feels they're included and they belong and they can be part of it. So we're really focused on that at SCCP as well. So that's
great.
Customers, and I diverged it a bit. But then you also asked about challenges. I don't know if you.
Well, I mean, I think the thing is that, you've kind of hit, I think, on the opportunities and the needs for those customers. I can see obviously some challenges as you kind of outline that. Clearly making sure that this sustainable future is available for everyone, right? That's going to be a big one. And then really making sure that, I guess, you can scale and structure it going forward. But I guess I'd just be curious, California has always been a leader in these areas, which is spectacular. But how you think we might get some of these things in some of these other parts of the states, maybe Iowa, maybe even Florida, I don't know.
Right. Yeah, no, I think that's a really good question. And, our vision is to be that inspiration.
Mhm.
So we're at 55% right now, renewable energy, and we're getting to 100% by 2035 or sooner. The how is as important as the what. And the how is where I think there's a lot of questions and challenges that we will face, but that we will work through. We have an amazing team. We have a team that brings all different skill sets, different perspectives, different life experiences. Because of that, that's how you optimize a team, right? So to bring all those in together and to have a place where people have productive conversations, productive collaboration, and productive conflict. And so that's sort of what we think about and where we're focused.
I love it. And Karin, let me change gears a little bit here because, and we've talked a little bit about your background, and certainly you've worked in the energy sector, primarily, obviously, sustainable energy sector for quite a while. What brings you that joy that gets you up in the morning and keeps you keeping on?
That's right. Well, I think first to do this, you have to have high energy. I mean, if I look at our executive team, a lot of us are just high energy. We just, and we riff on each other. And so there's this kind of, high energy that one needs. But building a mission-driven, values-led organization is something that is such a unique opportunity to do, and to shape that culture and to create a space where there's belonging, where there's passion, where there's skill sets coming together. And so that I really enjoy doing that. I mean, we're scaling, we've doubled in size. That was a big process to get the right hiring process in place, to make sure we're hiring not just for the right skill sets, but the right culture fit.
Yeah.
And it's a big team effort to do that. And it's work on the team, but then they get amazing people. There have been so many companies that are struggling to hire. We do not. We do not struggle to hire because people know we're a great place to work. They want to be part of this energy revolution, which is changing the face of the energy industry as well as what we actually do. And they're we're really excited because that means we're doing something right.
I love the idea that a sustainable energy company needs high energy. That's a great one. And I love the way that you talk about blending really kind of an incredibly important and growing segment, which is really where SDCP plays, but also with the need to make sure that you can capture and grow by culture and building kind of that mission-based culture and getting people together from diverse backgrounds to come together. It sounds really easy to say, but we all know that's a lot harder to do and get everyone together. And so it's a testament to the success so far of your organization. But as you look forward, Karin, I mean, what's your hope for 2023 and beyond?
Yeah, no, thank you. And so many things. I mean, on the one hand, we're just putting, one foot in front of the other and making sure we can survive some of the challenges we have about high prices and supply chain issues and some of these things that are still plaguing the industry post-COVID and that are continuing to hamper us as we go forward. But, that aside, really, we're looking for, and I think, I talked about it, being a company that inspires other cities, states, and countries to begin and complete this journey. And we have a Japanese delegation coming in next month where we're going to be sharing with them what we're doing and how we're doing it. I mentioned I really want to create, and this is a live, ongoing, optimized process where we're building an energy industry itself that is more inclusive and sustainable and mission driven. And by doing that and being really successful, we can show not only that it's possible, but that it's optimal. So optimizing team, and there's some great stuff from Harvard Business Review about how do you build an optimal team, optimized team. And I think about that, right? We're bringing people into this industry. We're not just hiring from other energy places, but we're bringing people in from different industry sectors that are interested in renewable to build them and build their skill sets and build our whole capability to deploy what we need to do at scale here, not just here, but around the country and around the world. And then we want to be able to look back and say, hey, we did it. Yeah. We didn't give up. It was hard, but we did it. And here's a roadmap for other folks to come behind us. And, we don't want to leave a problem for another generation. We want to be the group that helps to solve it, to show that it can be done and that we can do it together, and that this togetherness is as important, and the how is as important as the what. And so that's kind of what we're focused on.
I love it. I'm inspired, Karen. Sign me up. I'm moving to San Diego.
I was like, where are you? Like, oh, I might know a CCA coming to an area near you.
Excellent. Well, listen, Karen, thank you so much for being on UNCAGED. Before I let you go, if there are people out there that want to learn more about what San Diego Community Power is doing, where's the best place to reach you?
Place is our website. We do keep it up to date. It's obviously www.sdcommunitypower.org. And that is really a great place. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm pretty active there. There's also, we do a little bit on Twitter. And so really our website is the best place. We keep it up to date. And everything, because we're a government agency, everything we do is live and recorded. So you can watch our board meetings, you can see our notes, you can see what we're up to. Unless it's highly competitive information, we are transparent as an organization. That's another thing we strive to be, is have integrity and be transparent in our activities. So folks always know what we're doing. And so that's also, if you want to get into the weeds, you can watch.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, it's a great model here for two sides of the coin. One is certainly looking at best practices of how to run an organization and transparency and really the new models going forward. And then also marrying that with this idea of probably the most critical business segment we have, which is the needs for energy are not going to diminish. It's only going to expand, and we really need to get our heads around this. So thank you so much, Karen, for telling us more about what you and the team at San Diego Community Power are up to. We've been speaking with Karin Burns. She is the CEO of San Diego Community Power, SDCP. It's exciting to hear how this organization is growing. And thank you so much again, Karen. And we look forward to having you back.
Thank you. Likewise.
Cheers.